Well, back to the movie. This is where Yvonne and I fell in love. Where we planned to get married after our successful morel hunting expedition. We came here and planned a trip up to Cascade Gardens in Banff and got married up there. That was 4 years ago now. Still love her to death.
I love you too.
Yeah. This is what we used to live in every year. It's a great place. This is where I was assaulted, just about 3 kilometers down the road. Returning from a neighbor's place in the morning after an argument with my wife. I had heard the sirens go by. And I told Teresa, yeah, that's probably about me. I better go talk to him. So I got out on the road and started walking back towards my place. It was about 2 kilometers down the road. About halfway there, I could see the 2 squad cars were pulling out of my neighbor's place. And then they obviously seen me too, because they turned towards me and came at me with the sirens and lights going. And so I put my hands up and waited for them. All 4 of them got out and pointed guns at me, and the one it was really dangerous looking because he was trying to control a dog his own size. It was lunging at me, and his gun was pointed at his friends as often as it was at me. And, you know, besides all the screaming that I really couldn't make out, that was about as frightening an experience as I've ever had. So I went to the side of the road and I sat down just like you're looking at me here now. And I could hear one of them running up behind me, right? So I didn't want to get hurt, I just relaxed. He hit me and fell over me and rolled down into the ditch and onto the electric fence there. Then he jumped up and he jumped onto my lap and pinned my legs to the ground and started choking me and knocked me back. So I was down like this and I was pushing on his arm. And I could hear the steps coming up behind me again. At a full run, right? And he hit me on this shoulder. And they ripped this hip out of the socket. That's your sedum. They fractured that. And then they had me pinned flat on the ground with my leg underneath me. And they were yelling at me to lay flat. And they were really like hammering into my spine here. And I told them, look, you broke my leg and it's pinned underneath me. And their response to that was to grab me by the hair. I had longer hair at the time. And smash my head open on the pavement. And I went unconscious. The next time I woke up, my mom was patting me on the face and I was pulled out straight on the highway. And you know, I could feel like it was handcuffed, but I could feel that my leg was all like bulged and screwed up. I told my mom to leave before they hurt her too, and I heard her get up and go over to where the group was discussing me. And so I pushed on my hip and I felt it slide back into place, and I don't remember anything after that until there was an ambulance there. And they were trying to put me on a stretcher, and I told them to leave me alone and rolled on myself. They hauled me into the hospital, where I told the doctors they'd broke my leg, and they of course denied it. And so I went for an x-ray, and the professionals misdiagnosed my x-ray, the pelvis fracture. And so of course he's a liar, and they made me get up and attempt to walk across the emergency room, which of course I couldn't do. I mean, I couldn't stand, right? So from there I was put back in the wheelchair and taken to my mom and my mother and father's SUV, where I was under instructions to go to the RCMP station and sign my promise to appear, which of course we did. And that was pretty much my assault. I only remember about 5 to 10 seconds of it. That's it. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I would have filmed on site there, but every time we set these statues up, traffic jams happen in public areas. So we thought we'd come out here instead and show you a more beautiful area. Have a good day.